Live. Good morning, everybody. It's a ways away here. I'm getting on early because I'm bored as hell. So there you go. 17 minutes until showtime starts out here. 17 minutes if you're watching this as a rerun. If not, we're just here hanging out, getting the audio set here. Stations let me know how it sounds and all the good stuff. I got to get a few things organized here in my own thing. Holy shit. What the hell is this? Holy cow. I guess my wife printed out a shit ton of stuff here. Okay. I got to put new paper in, evidently. Morning, Waylon. Brian, good morning. Let's see here. Maybe I could just do it off my phone. Coyote tournament. Morning, Dave. Morning. Let's see. Well, the Coyote tournament guys are starting right now, I guess, here. It's Bull Sale. Coyote. That's this weekend. That's this weekend. There you go. Got a little fundraiser. One of our neighbors, like 45, 46 years old, got freaking blood cancer or whatever type of cancer. They got named for that. And so I'm doing a fundraiser for them tonight here, a pre-fundraiser before the big one, but give them some travel money and everything. Karen, good morning. Good to have you along this morning. How many Saturdays have we worked? Over 20 years now. So, yeah. One Shot Cap, good morning. Let's see. Oh, it's good. Thanks for giving me last week off. Last weekend went down to the stock shows. I really enjoy that show, man. I spent a lot of time over at the Central States Fairgrounds this time around, the horse sale, and I mean they got a whole new event thing out there. It's not just at the Civic Center, the Monument as they call it now, but Monument Health pretty much took over everything in that town. However, it's always a great time. Always a blast. So, yeah. Let's see. Andy Murdoch won the Auctioneer Association finally. All right. And let's see. Second place, Scott Twardowski. Third place, Chance Glass. There you go. Good job, Chance. Cool. Well, they're out there competing. We're putting together fundraisers. So there you go. Let's see. Mike Wagner. Morning, Mike. Gonna have K-Fire along with us. What else here? 653. That's exciting. What do we got? Ellingson sales this week. Today, is it? I think so. Yeah. What else going on? That's all I got. I got nothing. All right. I'm not sure if Jake is going to be answering his phone. He says he went out last night. Or he said ahead of time, he told me a week ago when he wanted to be on the program. He says, I'm going to be going out that evening, the night before. He said, just keep calling and eventually I will answer. So I'm guessing he's going to be a little bit on the owly side this morning when he does answer. Isn't that going to be fun? Hey, guys, Valentine's Day is next Saturday. Get your shit together, okay? Hey, Dan. Good morning. You're going to be involved in part of what we're talking about here today, too. The best fundraising game that you ever did at a banquet and the worst one, the most high profitable one and the worst one, not live auction, but a game that you organize or anything, the highest dollar one and the lowest one that you've returned on. And we're going to be talking about those. Same thing with you, Wayne, too. Morning, by the way. Uh, the highest dollar game to the lowest dollar that you made the best return and the worst return on. And I'll add my insight in here today as well. We'll have Jake. He's got plenty of games that he does. Mr. Mayor, good morning. Are you always going to be the mayor? Is that something that's elected, or is it like getting on a fair board? Once you're on, you never get off type of situation till you die or retire? All right. Okay. So there you go. Think about those. The best banquet game with the highest amount of profit and the least amount of profit over the years. You think that's the way it goes? Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. One of the best. I mean, taking auctions out of it. Okay. Like the one I'm doing tonight is still an auction game. So there's I break it in my head as there's auction games and then they're all fundraising games, but minus the auction side of it, just other games is what we're talking about. So, and it all depends too if you have somebody sponsoring the guns or whatever you're giving away. I can tell you one of the hardest things to sell as an auctioneer, and this goes to it depends on where you're at and what banquet you're doing. One of the hardest. Okay, maybe I should put that list together. I mean, and like I said, it's not for every banquet. I'm gonna wait for that one. Let's see. Hardest things to sell. Depending on the banquet. I got 2 for sure in my mind right now. That I know that no matter where I go, what it doesn't matter what banquet, whether it's a wildlife organization, a fundraiser, uh, cancer benefit to University of Mary to the national pack down in Louisiana and all those. So play number boards like gun boards, like $10 or $20 by a square type thing. Yeah. And that all depends. Like last night, they did we were having an argument about that same thing. Okay. They said it all depends on how much that item cost. Now, if it was given to you, you have zero cost into it. But if you had to purchase a gun and you put it on a gun board and you did 100 squares at $10, it's only $1,000, right? I mean that's not going to take care. It used to work really good when you could get guns for $300. That doesn't work anymore. So we had this fight last night about the same thing, and I lost. But they did move it up to at least $20, so you make at least $2,000 if you sell the board out, which is nice. And so I don't know, man. I think honestly, is gun boards. If you would put personally, I would rather spend more and have a better chance than spend less. So if you had a gun board with 20 squares and there were $100 a piece, you could still make your $2,000 and you'd have a higher chance. I guarantee you'd sell that out faster. But this is why I'm going to have fun today. And this might be something before I get Jake on the phone here because I'm not sure if he's going to answer. We'll see. Eric, good morning. from the garage. I wish I had a garage that was heated. Really do. All right. Stations, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central on Mark. Right there. Right there it was. Let's see if old Jaker call here and see what he's doing. How many? We should play a game. How many times? And we're going to have to call. Let's see. Turn that down. First time?
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
First time you answered. You said it would take a while.
Yeah, I've been up for 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, thanks for answering my text back that you're up then. We're gonna have fun today. Besides going through your lever action guns that are coming up here, I have we're gonna talk about fundraising at a banquet, things that work good, things that don't work over the years that were like just junk. And then I'm going to break it down between some auction stuff and what's easy to sell at some events and some things that are harder than hell that I feel would be worth more money if you were to put it on like a board or a bucket or something like that. So, and I know you will back me on a few of these, maybe not all of them, but it depends on the event too, because they've changed over the last 20 years of doing these things. There's a lot of things that have changed. So we'll talk about that too. Because plus the one I'm doing tonight for Chris Berquist too.
Right.
Gene Cox in Baker. I put all my tickets for a chance to win the Savage 340 bolt action 30-30, but I'm weird like that. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I put all my money into winning the African trip. And I thought for sure I was going to win that thing. I had a feeling.
Right.
But it didn't work. And especially when
I bought three tickets the night of and won the Teddy Roosevelt commemorative.
Yeah.
So
well, when you were mentioning, all right, we're giving away this African hunt, and then you went, oh God. I was like, that's my name. You only say that if you pull my name.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I can get one of you I can get you one of those anytime, Scott.
For $50?
I can get you one for nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we may have to discuss this then. My wife wants to go over and just go and just enjoy Africa, and I'll go hunt. That's what she said. So.
That particular thing is how can I say it politically right? They want you there. I mean, it's
they want to upsell you when they get there.
Well, not so much that. It's they want they want you indebted to them for the rest of your life.
Ah.
So they give me what they give me because I mean somebody's going to go over there and spend on average 20-30 grand.
Yeah.
Over and above what they've given me. So, it's they'll give those away all day long.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's kind of like a carnival once you get there. From what I've been, and this is from the people that are part of it. They're like, it's like walking through a carnival, and they're and you got all those carnies, saying, "Hey, come in."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you. I got you. Though. You could shoot that one, or you could shoot this one, and it only costs you this much more. And of course, it's nicer and bigger, and oh yeah.
They're going to sit there, and that's not something that the first thing they're going to do is ask you what you want to shoot. And then they're purposely going to go out there and show you one of the biggest ones that are there and say, hey, don't you want to shoot one of those?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Bang. And well, there's 20 grand, Yeah.
Interesting.
But with your kind of money though, I mean, I'd
my kind of money. Yeah.
I would definitely go with on that.
Yeah. My kind of money. Let's discuss that. I will show you my account if you show me yours.
Right.
All right, so we got less than 60 seconds here, Jake. Anyway,
Okay.
we'll just have fun with it like we always do and discuss a few things because, I got that one here this evening. You got yours, reverse raffle starting out, so we got a few things we can push and then just,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think a lot of people talk about fundraising sometimes and the goods or the bads of it here. So 30 seconds, stand by. We're going to turn you down. Stations, 30 seconds of showtime, 30 seconds on mark. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors, heard all across the Dakota Territory and great stations. Starting from the north to the south, let's go. KCJB and Minot 910. I cut my teeth on working on that station. Very first radio job ever was that one right there. KLTC in the western edge of Dickinson, K-Fire 550 Bismarck, man, and KOLY in Mobridge, and of course KGFX in the capital city of Pierre, South Dakota. Good to have you along here across the Dakota Territory. I'm proud to be part of it as well. And this morning, we are going to be discussing a lot of things and a lot of charitable things. Jake Wagner from Baker, Montana joins me here, runs one of the largest charitable events that we do across the area. Morning, Jake. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Scott, and yourself?
It is hard to be angry at an open winter, especially when there's still moisture in the ground. I mean, my yard is soft, so it should be at least, cross our fingers, at least the start of this year. And the way the weather's been this week, it feels like spring in February.
We were 65 degrees the other day.
Yeah. I think we had 61 or 62 at the ranch. So, yeah, it's
Yep.
that way. So, but to clarify a couple things right away. So Jesse Flath, as we all know,
The sexy one.
yeah, so we have a coyote tournament Amadon going on here this weekend. And last night we did the Calcutta for the teams that are going out hunting. And tonight I'm doing the fundraiser for a local guy that came down with cancer. And it's a pre-fundraiser to the big one. I'm just trying to get some seed money tonight. So last night he asked me what the average was, and I told him what the average was for the coyote tournament, and he said some interesting curse words through text message.
Huh.
So he's a day. That's what happens when you're on Central Time in his area. He's a day early instead of an hour.
Right.
So there you go. Well, Jake, you run the wild game feed in Baker, Montana each and every year. It's in November, right around deer season starting out here. And it takes a while to put all this together. You already have something started, and that is the reverse raffle. These are the higher dollar guns and tickets. I shouldn't say that, but anymore, back when I started, we'll talk about charitable gambling here in different events and but when you spend, what is it, $100 a ticket, right?
Right.
Right.
And you can only buy one.
You can only buy one. Now, $100 a ticket used to be quite a bit back, 15, 20 years ago when I helped with a couple of other charities. I said, let's do a high dollar one, $100 a ticket. And everybody's like, there's no way. There's no way. Nobody's going to buy $100 tickets. No way.
Right.
And they were the first things sold out every time.
Right.
Because you have better odds. So let's talk about yours. Reverse raffle, $100. You can only buy one ticket. I'm in. Put my name down for one already. But let's discuss.
Scott, you don't want to win any of these this year.
No, not at all. Not at all. Especially if you're a lever action fan, you never want to buy any of these here. So let's take them nice and slow here. What's first off, how many guns can you possibly win? Or how many winners?
Oh, okay. All right. All right. There's going to be four winners on this year. So 4 places.
4 places. All right. What's the least favorable but nice gun?
You mean what's 4th place?
There you go. That's better. What's 4th place?
4th place is a 18 1886 Winchester in a 40-65, an original 86.
Now, is there still ammunition for all four of these rifles that you have available, or are these ones that you would never want to shoot anymore?
Well, the fourth place gun, I wouldn't have a problem shooting at. The rest of them, I don't know.
Right.
Well, there's a couple of them I would. Let's put it that way.
Okay, you and I probably would, but should you?
It wouldn't hurt. Like on that 86, obviously, you know, it wouldn't hurt. It's 100 and 40 years old.
Yeah. I know that if they shoot, they're worth more money, right? I think you and I should test these out and do like a live feed of this is what you could win, and it is operational. And then the Pawn Stars down in Vegas would be interested.
So one of the things, you know, you were talking about the $100 ticket, and that was out of your league at one point in time, just like all the rest of us, right?
Absolutely.
And I get that. So I've been buying guns for a long time. And I've been going to auctions, gun shows, buying new guns, whatever. So there's guns out there that literally I go to a gun auction, you know, back in the day, and you start out poor, and then, you know, as you progress, obviously things change. And there's guns I've tried to get, or they're just out of my league, and I can only sit there and look at them and sit on my hands. I mean, you know how auctions work.
Mm-hmm.
And an 86 is one of those. All right, that is one of the most desirable guns that people want. There's two of them. One is an 86 Winchester, and the other one is a 73 Winchester. Those are in the top three most sought after guns there are. And so my fourth place prize this year is an 86 Winchester.
So you got one of the two most collectible ones that are out there.
Right.
In fourth place,
right.
Well, what the heck is third place then?
Third place is an original Henry in a 4440.
4440. I'd like that round. In
an original Henry. So Henry, the Henry was one of the first, for like a lever action and in a 4440. So that was actually fed through the butt of the gun. It was a tube feed through the butt of the gun. And I mean, they were the original. Everybody thinks the Winchester was, but it was the Henry was first.
Is that right? So what year would Henry have came out then?
1860. I'm not sure. I'm sure some of your gun buffs would know better. Probably the mayor of Mobridge would know, but 1860 something. I think 2 rings a bell, but I'm not sure.
Okay, then when Winchester came out?
It come out later. I think it was a year behind it.
Okay. So the mayor says 1866 is when Henry came out.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll be darned. That's news to me because I thought Winchester was before Henry.
No.
Okay.
No.
The original. No. I'll be darned. So that's third place. Now, the mayor also said in the fourth place gun is rifle is the ammo is going to cost more than the raffle ticket.
Yeah, I never said the ammo was cheap.
Does any of this come with ammunition?
I actually have a partial box of 4440 ammunition that I'll give to somebody if they, if they want to, win a 4440 and want to shoot it.
Yeah, awesome. That's great.
So,
well, and these tickets are available. This is a reverse. Now we're getting up close to a break here now. So I don't want to go into the second and first place. We'll cover that in the next break. But if people want to purchase, it's a 1 ticket per person. How many tickets do you sell?
I believe 350 is what the number is. I'm not. Okay. I believe
a limited 350 tickets roughly, and $100. How does one get one of these tickets?
You have to get a hold of one of the board members of the Wild Game Feed, and that easiest way is probably through Facebook, because we are on Facebook.
Fallon County Wild Game Feed on Facebook. We'll be back more with Jake Wagner discussing charitable events, his reverse raffle, plus all kinds of games that you can try for your area as well. And your whether it's a wildlife organization or like what I'm doing tonight as a cancer benefit here. It's all coming up your way here. Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition continues.
For over 80 years, Dakota Community Bank and Trust has been a leader in ag financing because we understand the business of creating relationships is more than an interest rate. Agriculture is a foundation to the community, and we are here to help your operation expand, grow, and continue to the next generation. Talk to our ag lending team today.
Community looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
Smith's Saddle Butte Ranch President's Day sale is Monday, February 16th, 1 p.m. at the Bowman Livestock Marketing, Bowman, North Dakota. Selling 60 registered yearling Angus bulls with sires like Hoover Know-How, Objective 292, 44 Strategic Advantage, and Bennett Exponential. Travis and Rebecca want to work with producers to give you the opportunity for a value-added program. You can also bid online at Cattle USA. For a catalog and more information, go to smithssaddlebuteranch.com. The Smith Saddle Butte Ranch President's Day Bull Sale, Monday, February 16th, 1 p.m. at the Bowman Livestock Market. Quality bulls without the BS. Bowman Livestock Marketing, serving the tri-state area for all of your livestock marketing needs. Eastern Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. You can be sure of great care for your cattle and top price at sale time. Call Austin Snook at 307-290-2161. That's 307-290-2161 for more information or just to talk cattle markets. You can also find them on Facebook and go to their website, bowmanlivestockmarketing.com. Cattle producers, the Wassum Red Angus Annual Production Sale is Thursday, February 19th, 2 p.m. Mountain Time at the Wicks Barn south of Richardson, North Dakota. Selling 70 bulls with sire power from WSM Playmaker, Pie Hollywood, Burwald Confidence, and Pie Duramax, along with several others. Also selling 130 open commercial heifers. For more information and videos, go to wassumredangus.com and bid with confidence sale day at DV Auction. For powerful, profitable, and practical cattle, I'll see you in the seats at the Wassum Red Angus Sale Thursday, February 19th, 2 p.m. at the Wicks Barn south of Richardson.
Join Piper's Auctioneers for any one of these Piper's exclusive auction events. This spring, Piper's will offer over 18,000 acres of prime land across the upper Midwest, including a 7,000-acre working ranch on the North Dakota-Montana border. Also, marketing deadlines are soon approaching for Piper's March Upper Midwest live online auction and Piper's regional spring equipment auctions in Bowman, Sioux Falls, Steele, and Devils Lake. For more information, details, and online bidding on dozens of land and equipment auctions throughout the region, log on to pipers.com.
Everybody's bull sale ads sound the same, but our cattle aren't. These are cattle that thrive on grass and work for a living. I'm Kelly Spring with the Great and Grace Angus Joint Production Sale. Our cows earn their keep. Good feet, good udders, good disposition, and the ability to raise an exceptional calf. No excuse culling. If she doesn't meet the standard, she's gone. We're offering 42 Angus bulls and 75 commercial heifers. Sires represented are OCC Big Time, Musgrave Colossal, Coleman Stockpile, and more. Genetics selected for functionality, longevity, and efficiency. Mark your calendars, February 20th. Sale time 1 p.m. at Bowman Livestock Marketing in Bowman, North Dakota. See you there.
The Sorensen Ranch Production Sale, Wednesday, March 4th, 2 p.m. Central Time, Sydney Livestock, Sydney, Montana. They're your source for Sim Angus bulls that are bred for docility, longevity, fertility, and calves that'll push the scale down. Selling 60 Sim Angus bulls, 60 commercial open heifers, 10 bred aged cows, 10 open registered heifers, and 5 bred registered heifers. Call Lauren at 701-641-1140. Find them on Facebook or DV Auction for a full catalog. The Sorensen Ranch, your source for composite Simmental bulls. Sale day, March 4th, 2 p.m. Central in Sydney Livestock. DK Red Angus Top Coming to Town Production Sale is Saturday, March 7, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Sydney Livestock Auction, Sydney, Montana. Selling 60 purebred Red Angus bulls, 10 Angus sire bulls, 20 Simmental composite bulls, 50 registered purebred Red Angus heifers, and 3 groups of bred and open commercial heifers. You can bid online and watch for videos at DV Auction. Performance, calving ease, and good dispositions with the DK Red Angus Top Coming to Town Sale. Saturday, March 7, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at Sydney Livestock Auction. The 26th Annual LBS Angus Production Sale, March 11th, 2 p.m. Central Time, Sydney Livestock Auction. Offering 70 yearling bulls, 12 age advantage coming 2-year-olds, and 80 fancy replacement heifers. Sires include Styles Ambassador, Styles Jumbo, and BSF Resilient, along with others. Over 90% repeat buyers for the past 11 years, with bulls developed for the cattle producer on high roughage for their health and longevity. Contact Ryan or Butch Sorensen for more information or go to DV Auction. LBS Annual Production Sale, March 11th, 2 p.m. Central, Sydney Livestock.
Comes, I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Dakota Prairie Outdoors on a Saturday. Good to have you along here. Beautiful Saturday this morning here. We're worried about the coyote tournament. Last night it was so darn foggy, but this morning it should be pretty good. Jake Wagner's my guest. Jake, I pride myself on being old school radio guy and knowing how to back time. And that break, I just realized I started 10 seconds earlier than I should have and came back 10 seconds earlier than I should have. And I thought to myself, all these other radio stations that they got somebody there, they know how to take care of it, so we'll call it a floating break instead of a hard break. But I apologize to the stations because I guarantee Karen and Mobridge is like, Scott, you were way off on that one. All right. So a text message came through during the break and it says 4440 factory ammo is still available thanks to Cowboy Action Shooting today. He says,
Right.
So there you go. Yeah. So I forget all about cowboy mounted shooting. Sometimes a lot of those, what we call, they used to be normal calibers back then. Now are kind of some different ones that we contact as odd here. But all right. Second place. What do we got for the reverse raffle? $100 tickets, 1 ticket per person. What do we got? Second place.
So second place, you're going to win 2 guns.
2.
2. And they are Rossi's. And they are 357 mag, 38 special 357s, and they are gold plated and engraved with consecutive serial numbers.
Nice. Gold plated, and we know you and I were talking about what an ounce of gold is going for right now, so we know that's not cheap to get done. Yeah,
I've never seen a set of Rossi's like this in my life. I can't. And I do a lot of book work on my guns. I date them, what years they were made, yada, yada, yada. I cannot find any info on these particular firearms. I have looked and looked. I've called Rossi, and all I do is hit dead ends.
Really?
My guess is they were made in probably the 70s. But as far as info on them, I can't give you any. But they are authentic. It is factory. It's not it's not aftermarket thing done to them. They're brand new in the box, and they have consecutive serial numbers. And so whoever wins that will get both of those.
Do you think that possibly it was like a special order or a special thing that Rossi may have done for
it could be
something?
It could be, right? Rossi / Inner Arms. Back in the day, they did. They did a lot of stuff in South America. In fact, they're the ones that supplied Brazil's police force with firearms.
Wow.
And so it could have been a special deal for somebody. I don't know. I don't know. But as far as finding the info out, they've been bought and sold, and fires and lost all records. So I can't find nothing on them.
Okay. Well, it's still a pretty special consecutive serial numbers and brand new in the box from the 70s. That's rare.
Yeah, I've never seen one I've never seen a Rossi this fancy in my life, ever. Never.
Yeah. Well,
So,
and they're chambered 357, 38 special 357, so there's plenty of ammo for that. But if they're unused, untouched, man, I would leave them like that. And what's first place? What are you going to give away? 12 guns for this guy or what?
No. Wait, I did that one time, but no, first place this year, you're going to win 2 guns. They're not matched or anything like that, but they are 2 classics. And so one of the guns is a 92 Winchester, an actual 92. I dated it. It was made 1897, I believe.
Okay.
I'm going off of memory there. I'm not positive. It was made in 1800s though, and it's a model 92 and a 4440. It's in good condition. I'm not going to say it's mint, but it's in really good condition. And I wouldn't be afraid to shoot that gun. Mm-hmm. And the other gun that goes with it is a 73 Winchester and a 4440 that is in mint condition.
Wow. So the question is, how do you find these guns?
Well, just as well as I do.
Well, I mean, you go to some auctions, I know, but I mean, there's got to be collectors out there that are like hearing us and saying, I'd love to donate part of my collection or one per my collection sometime. You got to have collectors that donate once in a while too.
No, I don't.
Really? I'll be darned. It's
no,
all auctions.
I don't.
Okay.
That's never happened. It's not all auctions. Sometimes it's private estates.
Sure.
They contact me, want to know if I want to buy, all their dad's guns or whatever. That happens. Auction sales, gun shows, chance. So I've been doing this for a lot of years, and you've seen me at the auctions, and I'm kind of a heavy hitter when I walk into an auction. People kind of smile when I walk in the door because they know I'm there to, make their money.
The people that smile are the ones running the auction. The other people
Right.
don't smile as much.
And so that, and it's like we were talking earlier, talking about them $100 tickets, there's things that, you go to an auction and you got X amount of dollars you're going to spend, whether it's $1,000 or 50,000.
Right.
I mean, you've got a bankroll of some kind you're going to spend. And, what I've only ever had an opportunity through auctions to buy 3 73 Winchesters in my lifetime. And I've always ran off of them. I couldn't afford them. And this particular one, I was at an auction and I got it bought for the right money. It just floored me. And this is the best one I've ever seen in my life. And I got it bought and I'm like, holy shit, I just bought this gun.
Whoa. Careful there.
I know. But I mean, it's just one of those things. And an 86 is almost no different. I mean,
Right,
you just don't have, people are there for those guns to put them in their collection.
Yeah. And that's the thing is you're bringing them back to give away.
Right.
And raise money for other causes. And, that's one of the things that if you were to say of all the auctions you went through, if you would have kept all the guns that you have ever purchased at auction, how many would you own right now?
A lot.
Would it be over
A lot.
1,000?
No.
Okay.
No, it'd probably be 30, 40 total.
Okay.
There's only, and the other thing about it, everybody says, how can you do this, and then just, you don't get to shoot it. You don't get and once it's in my hands, it's not a big deal. I used to have a huge list of guns I wanted. And once I have them in my hands and I look at them, that feeling is gone.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So, I mean, there is an auction, and you were actually auctioning at an auction one time in Bismarck, and a gun come up, and I didn't know anything about that gun, and I should have done a little research because that particular gun was worth over $10,000 at that time, and I think it sold for about $3,000, and I quit bidding on it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what it was.
Well, here's the advice that I give everybody. As an
Keep
auctioneer,
raising your hand, yeah.
an auctioneer, I'll tell you when to quit.
Right. Yeah. Right. At the end.
Yeah. when it's just you and me going, I'll let you know when it's time to quit. But to this day, man, I still say that if you have never been to a gun auction, you need to go to one. It is just impressive on how they're run and what you can find. Like you said, sometimes you find that little that one that reminds you, like for me, it's a single shot 410 that reminded me took me back to when I was a kid, and it just brings back memories and all that. But yeah, well, I tell you what, that's coming up. So now, before we go into our next break, just so everybody knows, if you want to buy a ticket, you can buy one. Find them as the Fallon County Wild Game Feed on Facebook. Send them a message. Jake is not the person to contact for the tickets because you stepped back. You're an advisor for this now. And so you got to find somebody else to buy the ticket from. But if you message them through Facebook, they should contact you pretty quickly, shouldn't they?
Yeah. I have a feeling these are going to sell like hotcakes myself. The other thing too, Scott, while we're on the air and have a little time, why don't I know the mayor of Mobridge is sitting there probably not doing anything, and he can probably give us the best answer. Is what does a 73 Winchester? What's the value on one? The going rate right now? What are they worth right now?
Okay,
today's money.
Well, we'll put that out there. We'll give them 5 minutes here because we're up against our next break here. Jake Wagner is my guest during the second half of the program. We're going to break down fundraising for different events and charitable events. What games work? What games don't work? What's been successful for Jake? What hasn't? What's been successful for me in the auction side and what hasn't worked? Some of the harder things to sell, some of the easier things to sell. We're going to break all that down and help you out for your next charitable event. And that's coming up here on the second half of the program. Dakota Prairie Outdoors continues right after these.
For over 80 years, Dakota Community Bank and Trust has been a leader in ag financing because we understand the business of creating relationships is more than an interest rate. Agriculture is a foundation to the community, and we are here to help your operation expand, grow, and continue to the next generation. Talk to our ag lending team today.
Community looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Equal housing lender.
Smith's Saddle Butte Ranch President's Day Sale is Monday, February 16th, 1 p.m. at the Bowman Livestock Marketing, Bowman, North Dakota. Selling 60 registered yearling Angus bulls with sires like Hoover Know-How, Objective 292, 44 Strategic Advantage, and Bennett Exponential. Travis and Rebecca want to work with producers to give you the opportunity for a value-added program. You can also bid online at Cattle USA. For a catalog and more information, go to smithssaddlebuteranch.com. The Smith Saddle Butte Ranch President's Day Bull Sale, Monday, February 16th, 1 p.m. at the Bowman Livestock Market. Quality bulls without the BS. Bowman Livestock Marketing, serving the tri-state area for all of your livestock marketing needs. Eastern Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. You can be sure of great care for your cattle and top price at sale time. Call Austin Snook at 307-290-2161. That's 307-290-2161 for more information or just to talk cattle markets. You can also find them on Facebook and go to their website, bowmanlivestockmarketing.com. Cattle producers, the Wassum Red Angus Annual Production Sale is Thursday, February 19th, 2 p.m. Mountain Time at the Wicks Barn south of Richardson, North Dakota. Selling 70 bulls with sire power from WSM Playmaker, Pie Hollywood, Burwold Confidence, and Pie Duramax, along with several others. Also selling 130 open commercial heifers. For more information and videos, go to wassumredangus.com and bid with confidence sale day at DV Auction. For powerful, profitable, and practical cattle, I'll see you in the seats at the Wassum Red Angus Sale Thursday, February 19th, 2 p.m. at the Wicks Barn south of Richardson.
Join Piper's Auctioneers for any one of these Piper's exclusive auction events. This spring, Piper's will offer over 18,000 acres of prime land across the upper Midwest, including a 7,000-acre working ranch on the North Dakota-Montana border. Also, marketing deadlines are soon approaching for Piper's March Upper Midwest live online auction and Piper's regional spring equipment auctions in Bowman, Sioux Falls, Steele, and Devil's Lake. For more information, details, and online bidding on dozens of land and equipment auctions throughout the region, log on to pipers.com.
Everybody's bull sale ads sound the same, but our cattle aren't. These are cattle that thrive on grass and work for a living. I'm Kelly Spring with the Great and Grace Angus Joint Production Sale. Our cows earn their keep. Good feet, good udders, good disposition, and the ability to raise an exceptional calf. No excuse culling. If she doesn't meet the standard, she's gone. We're offering 42 Angus bulls and 75 commercial heifers. Sires represented are OCC Big Time, Musgrave Colossal, Coleman Stockpile, and more. Genetics selected for functionality, longevity, and efficiency. Mark your calendars, February 20th. Sale time 1 p.m. at Bowman Livestock Marketing in Bowman, North Dakota. See you there.
The Sorensen Ranch Production Sale, Wednesday, March 4th, 2 p.m. Central Time, Sydney Livestock, Sydney, Montana. They're your source for Sim Angus bulls that are bred for docility, longevity, fertility, and calves that'll push the scale down. Selling 60 Sim Angus bulls, 60 commercial open heifers, 10 bred aged cows, 10 open registered heifers, and 5 bred registered heifers. Call Lauren at 701-641-1140. Find them on Facebook or DV Auction for a full catalog. The Sorensen Ranch, your source for composite Simmental bulls. Sale day, March 4th, 2 p.m. Central in Sydney Livestock. DK Red Angus Top Coming to Town Production Sale is Saturday, March 7, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Sydney Livestock Auction, Sydney, Montana. Selling 60 purebred Red Angus bulls, 10 Angus sire bulls, 20 Simmental composite bulls, 50 registered purebred Red Angus heifers, and 3 groups of bred and open commercial heifers. You can bid online and watch for videos at DV Auction. Performance, calving ease, and good dispositions with the DK Red Angus Top Coming to Town Sale. Saturday, March 7, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at Sydney Livestock Auction. The 26th Annual LBS Angus Production Sale, March 11th, 2 p.m. Central Time, Sydney Livestock Auction. Offering 70 yearling bulls, 12 age advantage coming 2-year-olds, and 80 fancy replacement heifers. Sires include Styles Ambassador, Styles Jumbo, and BSF Resilient, along with others. Over 90% repeat buyers for the past 11 years, with bulls developed for the cattle producer on high roughage for their health and longevity. Contact Ryan or Butch Sorensen for more information or go to DV Auction. LBS Annual Production Sale, March 11th, 2 p.m. Central, Sydney Livestock.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll sell come. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition. Good to have you along here this morning. Jake Wagner's my guest. We're talking guns and charitable events and all kinds of good stuff. And the question that we left the mayor of Mobridge was, Jake, how much is, what'd you say, the 73?
Yep.
Okay. And
The gun that won the West.
He
Gun
said,
that won the West.
He said, well, that's a broad, open-ended question. It depends on the caliber, condition, and edition. Probably won't get one for under $1,000. You should probably let the auctioneer tell you what the price is and when it's getting too high. But he says, Jake, he said, Jake nailed it as to what I'm doing right now. Must be clairvoyant. So, all right. So let's get into this. I mean, we always have a good time. You said just before we came back, you do a lot of charitable events as well. And we help out. Right. I'm an auctioneer for a lot of these events. I help organize a few of them. And so tonight. So first off, I want to get through my thing here this evening in Amadon. We got a local guy got diagnosed with cancer, young guy. And so we're going to put together what I call the stick horse race. I'm selling stick horse 5 stick, or I should be 6, but Walmart only had 5 of them. So I had to buy a dinosaur stick horse. So we're selling 5 stick horse ponies and 1 dinosaur, 6 chances. And I'm auctioning off. You buy the horse. If 1 through 6, you can pick your horse, you pick your jockey. And then at the end of we shake a dice. If it's a number 4 moves. If you bought the number 4 horse, you move up 1 spot. We shake the dice again. If it's number 1, the number 1 horse. If it's 6, whatever. Everybody takes whatever the dice shakes is how far you get to move ahead. The first person across the line, you get your chance. There's 3 different guns and 3 really, really high dollar bottles of liquor. And we usually only do this game with 1 prize, but since there were so many people donating some things, I figured, you know what? Why not everybody win, right? So that's one of the games I got going on tonight for Chris. And if you're in Amadon around 8 o'clock Mountain Time this evening, I'd really appreciate your support on that. However, let's get into it. I'm going to break it down for you, Jake, here. The best and worst money-making games at a banquet, at a benefit, okay? Let's take it on a wildlife benefit. What is one of the, now excluding anything auctioning, because I'm going to break that down. If anything's auctioned, we're going to break that down separately. Other games that you use, what are some of the more profitable ones that other that you use that maybe some of these other organizations haven't heard of? Maybe they have, or maybe you do it with a little twist to make more money off of it. What are some of the more profitable ones?
To be honest with you, the illegal ones.
I agree. I agree 100% with that, because I used to help with the Friends of NRA events, and we had one where you bought a shot of moonshine for $100 or $50, and there was only 50 shots. You could buy as many as you wanted. Highly illegal in the state we were doing it in. But you want to talk about a game that sold out in 2 minutes? Yeah. So how about yours?
We used to have a game. You just picked the color, red or black, right?
Yeah.
That's all you had to do. And we had an actual, authentic, from the era roulette wheel.
Nice.
And, and I'm sitting there, and I mean, that's all they're doing is picking, red or black, no numbers, anything like that, right? But if the feds walk in and you got a roulette wheel sitting there, everybody's going to jail, no matter how dumb you play. Well, you know what I mean?
Well, let's talk about a legal game that raises the most money. Well, what would be your number one choice?
It's changed, throughout time a little bit. In Montana, they've changed the laws when it comes to like benefits and stuff here lately, which really opened it up. Before, you're always worried about, you had to make it the odds. You had to watch your odds of winning. You know what I mean?
So Montana actually opened it up for the better, where I know North Dakota, they closed a lot of our stuff down.
Right. Yeah. Right. The things, you follow, you do things, anymore, about the only thing you can really do, you know, is in a live show now is like a bucket raffle, and to me,
Yeah.
those are one of the most boringest things to do.
But they
But-
raise a lot of money.
But
Yeah.
right, and so it depends on your state. You know, one of the things we did, and we still have the game, we still call it that. We don't do it anymore. But it was let's get screwed, and we just took a screw and screwed it into a 1x1 block of wood, and then on the bottom there was a number wrote on it,
Okay.
1 through 100, and we sold 100 blocks. And you could buy as many as you wanted for however many dollars it was. I don't remember now at the time what it cost, and then we drew out a number, right? 1 through 100. If you had that block, you're a winner. You get to come up and pick a prize. And it's pretty simple, but that did very well.
Did well. Okay, so let's go to the other end. What's the one that raised the least that you were like, nope, we're not doing that again?
Well, I tried a fishing table for years. It's part of outdoors, obviously.
Mhm.
And we'd run nothing but fishing, fishing gear, tackle, fishing trips would be on there, and it just nobody would play it.
Don't you think that that's kind of because, when you look at people that are serious about going fishing, they're really particular about what they use.
Well,
Right.
and I'm one of those people, and so therefore I would have good stuff out there.
Okay.
Stuff people would want, and it didn't go. And I've had packages in the last 2-3 years that I had an ice fishing package. I had the ice house, the auger,
Yeah.
everything, and there's hardly nobody would put tickets in on it. It was amazing. One of the best things that I've done, and you've been coming for years now, Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, you've personally been there, and there's other people listening like Jesse Flaith or the mayor of Mobridge, have been there, and we have that 4-gun table.
Yep.
And it's always Weatherby's.
Yep.
Always. And we sell those at $20 a chance. There's no break for the amount of money you spend. It's $20 a chance. That's what it is. And you win all 4 of those Weatherby's if your name is drawn.
Winner take all table.
Winner takes them all.
Yeah.
And that has been one of the best money-making tables I've ever seen in my life.
So Jesse just commented that. He says winner take all tables seem to work really, really good, make a lot of money. And I agree. When I see a winner
You got to
take,
have the right thing there, though,
Right.
too, on top of that.
but if I see a winner take all table, I don't care what it is. I'm in. Guaranteed I'm in on it. I want to get through some of the comments here before we get into the auction side. Wayne says, good game that they do. 50 shot glasses, $50 each. This year, they're going to be giving the buyers a choice of alcohol shot to go with it. Blackberry brandy, hot damn peppermint, whatever. Now, watch out for that because we got shut down on that kind of game, allowing alcohol. So watch out for that one.
Yeah.
The one Jesse says the ones that bring the least amount of money are silent auctions, and I do agree with that. But
Depends on the crowd.
it depends on the crowd. But over all the events I've ever helped with, it's definitely one of the lower ones when it comes in. When you factor in how much the stuff, even if it was donated to you, you still got to factor in some type of price on that.
I've
let's
paid
see.
$500 for a pie.
Well, that's an auction though. Okay, so
No, silent auction.
still it has auction in the thing. I mean, okay. Wayne says Jesse's right. Not so good. Great fun table of guns. Envelope with 8 lines, $20 a piece. Table draws each, and the table wins the guns. Now that started out. There was a couple places that it goes really, really good, and then I've done some other places where there's only 1 or 2 people on the table that want to put in on that.
The other thing that doesn't work well are like 2 or 3 stage games. That does not work well.
Right. Darren says depends on where you're at too, Scott. Absolutely, I agree. Your area is very giving to those events, fundraiser. In my area, we have a lot of money in the area, but people are tight with their money, and that I have seen firsthand. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's talk auctions. All right. As the live auction goes, you do the flasks, you do the hats, we do all kinds of different things, and it seems we can do pretty good with those type of auctions. Now, some of the things that as an auctioneer, I can tell you that are very difficult, and this again depends, like Darren said, it depends on the area.
Right.
One of the hardest things for me to sell, it never used to be 20 years ago, prints, wildlife prints, any type of
Yeah.
framed artwork, that used to go very well. Now it is very, very difficult to sell.
Right.
And it usually doesn't make what it should.
Right.
When you look at that. I don't know. What's your take on that too?
Well, with this particular event, what I've come to find out is I can have a prize on that table, and we're doing an auction, and we're auctioning hats, for example, and I can have a prize on that. I can have 12 guns on that table for prizes, and I can have something else on there like a beef cut and wrapped.
Yep. Or a giant TV.
Right. Or the highest end bow out there. I mean, the highest end. I mean, we're talking like, big money.
Yeah.
And it'll be the last thing taken.
Yep.
They'll take a $600 22 before they'll take a $3,500 bow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there scratching my head going, it don't make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you got a $3,000 beef and a $600 gun, and they take the $600 gun, and I'm just going, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
But that's how it works. I've seen it every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. So the next one I'm going to bring up to you, that for me, it seems very difficult to sell as on a live auction side of things. Now, I've had it go really well twice, and I've had it go not so good about 10 times. And that are hunts, whether it's a guided hunt, African hunt, even in the United States, it could be in-state, in-county hunt. And those sometimes are very, very difficult to sell. I mean, I don't know why.
We have a hunt table every year. We have a hunt table every year, and it just floors me. And I can have an inclusive hunt.
Right.
So all you got to do is show up. And everything else, the food and the room and board, everything's provided. I mean, and you're sitting there going, you got to be kidding me. There's only like 20 people put in for this thing. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you moved yours from the live auction into a bucket raffle.
Right.
And which I think is a better idea. I think you'll get more money out of it on the bucket side.
But I lose money on that table every year.
Absolutely.
Every single year I lose money.
Yeah. So those are the two things that I see that are very difficult to sell on the live auction. How about let's see, Wayne says, yeah, there's too many hidden costs with the hunts, and absolutely that is true. I mean, I wish they'd explain that a little bit more, what's all involved and everything too.
I wouldn't say hidden costs, but if you're talking like a safari, there's oodles upon oodles of things that you're gonna have to pay for.
Yeah. That's not
explained. But if you're taking like one of our buffalo hunts, I mean, you've literally got to drive to Nebraska and get a motel room for one night. And after that, and then if you decide to do any taxidermy work, that's on you.
Right.
But you don't have to do that. But everything else is taken care of. I mean,
free. Yeah, you had even the processing was free on that one.
Right.
Yeah.
On both of them. And, I give 2 away every year. And it's, just the processing alone, you're looking at over $1,500.
Yeah. I was in on that one this year, but I didn't win that one either.
And it's a good time. I mean, it's a great place. It's a great hunt. I'm there, basically to hold your hand. And then once that animal hits the ground, I take over and you just sit there and watch me work.
Yep. And that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. People enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are some of the better things that you've seen at auctions that go for a good money? As the live auction goes, what's one of your top ones that you've seen works really well?
Well, live auctions, I do like you do. I do a lot of benefits throughout the year, and we have live auctions at some of those. And, it just depends on your crowd.
Yep.
And, I've spent a lot of money for something that isn't worth a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But on the same hand, I look at it like you look at it, it's going to a good cause.
Absolutely.
And, it's no different like when somebody wins a mystery prize at the game feed, and then we played Let's Make a Deal, and I end up buying it from them, and then I have you auction that off, and I'll say, we're going to start the bidding out at $3,000, and I'm here to tell you this is worth a lot more than $3,000.
Yeah, and mystery boxes go over well, right? I mean, those do good.
They have a lifespan though too.
They do.
I mean,
you can't do them every year. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So one of the best things I think I've ever auctioned is just an individual item that you see on tables sometimes at benefits are knives.
Yep. Knives are good.
I don't know why, but it seems like knives always go over pretty well, especially if they're not really oversized. Like if they're like 4 inches blade length or less, it seems like they really go over well.
Another thing I think that would go over well, Scott, when you go like Virginia City, for example, you can still go by and you can buy a bucket of dirt and rock, and you're guaranteed that there's precious gems in that bucket.
That's cool.
I think something like that would go well.
Even like a bucket of pay dirt from Alaska so you have to pan it out and get some gold out of it, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think something like that. I think that and that's just off, something I think of. I drive down the road and I think of different things to do.
Yeah.
And I think that would go well. Another precious metals are another one. You and I both know.
Yep.
We talked about it, and I mean, precious metals would be another one.
Mm-hmm.
Or Liberty dollars, for
Yeah.
example. 10 Liberty dollars there.
You're going down the same thing in my mind right now. I'm like, when you're going out for your benefit, no matter what you're doing, say any wildlife organization or cancer, Bismarck Cancer Center, you go to the coin shops. See if they'll donate a 19 whatever American Eagle ounce of silver coin, or some people forget about asking some of the stuff that everybody gets stuck in a rut, right? And sometimes it's the people that you don't realize. Yeah,
you got to think out of the box.
Yeah, they said mystery case gun auctions worked well at a lot of events, but like you said, I feel that you need to change it up every once in a while.
Right.
You can't do the same thing over and over. You got to have a little bit of fun.
Right.
The one thing I searched on the old interweb and artificial intelligence, I said the number one best proven fundraiser of any game, and it came up as a live auction, is still the number one.
Yep.
Boom. And
I agree with that.
And honestly, the best thing I've ever sold at a live auction were priests.
Were what?
Priests. Like Catholic priests.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Like we sell the priests or the bishops, and then they do a horse race game, and the winner, whoever bought the priest, if your priest wins, you win 50% of the. It's like a 50-50 type raffle, but only we auction it off, and it goes over substantially good. So auction people off.
If we can, I'll tell you what. If you can get Jesse in a thong bikini, I'll set up a Dunkin' Donuts game feed.
I will tell you what. I guarantee there's going to be more people that would rather give you money to not see that. I know he's listening right now, so I don't know if you want that. I know he probably owns one because he's up on the lake quite a bit.
And if we had that, filled with ice water, I think we'd do quite well. I know I'd spend
a dunk tank. You know how cold it is in that egg barn in Baker. You know how cold it gets.
We'll put it by the heater.
I think that would be a really good game. I really do. A dunk tank, yeah.
That's another one they did here at the fair the one year. They set up a Dunkin' booth, and all the candidates for commissioner, plus the commissioners, plus other elected officials, spent their 2 hours at the Dunkin' booth, and you got the right person there. And I'll tell you what, they were making some money.
I agree with you. I think you put in. I mean, think about it. You could bring the mayor of Mobridge, Jesse Flath, all the high-fluting guys over there.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
So Wayne says that the Cabo Hall of Fame auction off or gave away on a raffle a foal last year as one of the things. So yeah, it doesn't always have to be guns. You can give away a Metallic cat bred horse or whatever it is. But Jake, I hear you're on the road. We're up against it. If keep with me here a little bit, we'll do a little after show. Okay, so stay with me here. Jake Wagner from the Fallon County Wild Game Feed. Go to their Facebook page if you're looking for buying $100. One ticket is all you're allowed to get in on that big raffle that they're having this November. If you have any questions, comments about charitable events, and you want to get in touch with me, feel free to do so. I'm on all social media platforms. Have yourself a great weekend. Eat some meat, drink some milk, wear fur and wear wool, and support your local landowners, farmers, ranchers. Have yourself a great day. All right, stations, thank you. Appreciate you guys sticking with me, each and every one. Jake, you started getting garbly there on your phone. I had to cut you out. Sorry about that.
Well, that was probably got too far away from it.
Yeah. No, so I appreciate that. Let's just let me know if you're wanting to come over to Amadon and help push a little bids tonight.
I have a pool tournament all weekend.
Pool. They still do those? Good.
Yeah, that's our big one of the year here. And then next weekend I have a benefit to do, and
Okay.
I might actually get a weekend off after that. I think I got something else happening, but I don't remember what.
Wayne says, "Are the tickets ready to purchase now?" Yes. Go to Fallon. Well, they're close. Go to Fallon County Wild Game Feed and send them a personal message, and they'll put you on the list and they'll contact you.
We're in the process of getting them made right now. It's probably, I'm guessing, 2 to 3 weeks we'll have them.
Okay, but get your name on the list, because if you're not on the list, they're gonna go quick.
Right.
Yeah. So just do them right now. I'm doing the same thing. So, all right, Wayne. Or I'm sorry, Jake. I got a few things. I got to go make some ear tags and find a couple of cow hides and stuff here for tonight. I want to dress up the table a little bit.
Okay.
So,
you can spend 100 or so on my name, and then I'll get you the money.
100? That ain't gonna get you very far.
I said or so. I mean, this crazy wild with it. And don't let Jesse spend it.
I'm looking at like baseline 750 for these horses. Hopefully 1,000 for the bottom one, like the very first one. So
I'll go halves with Jesse.
okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right, we'll do a three-way between you, Jesse, and I. We're all in for 500.
All right.
All right. See you, man. You bet. Jake Wagner here. Appreciate him. All right, Waylon, good show. Thank you. Appreciate that. You already sent yours in. Wayne, everybody else that listened on YouTube, appreciate you guys. If you have a chance, swing into Amadon tonight around 7, 8 o'clock here, and we'll have a little bit of fun. Maybe stay a little bit longer. And I also bringing in a separate horse race game, so bring dollar bills, okay? The gambling is on in Amadon tonight.